What's up everyone? I got some leftover chicken here, and what better way than to make some guampanadas. So I've done a video short on this before, but I thought I'd do a full-on YouTube video. But yeah, the easiest way is, if you have some leftover rotisserie chicken, go ahead and shred that up, and we'll get started. If you're unfamiliar with what guampanadas is, it's basically empanadas from Guam. So just gonna shred this chicken real quick, about a cup. Honestly, it doesn't matter how much chicken, it depends on, your liking, but about a cup will do. Alright, so I just chopped up some chicken here, as you can see. Next, I'm going to chop up half an onion and then some garlic, but I have some pre-frozen garlic here, which I'm just gonna take out. And yeah, so let's get to chopping. The full ingredients and recipe will be down below, but the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna saute the onions and garlic here, throw in the chicken, and we're gonna use some achote powder, some chicken broth, and some cream of rice here. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how it's done. I'm gonna use this pan right over here. Like I mentioned, all the measurements will be down below. Yeah, then we're just gonna season with salt and pepper and season it to your liking, and that's basically the filling of the empanadas. So sauteing the garlics and onions. It already smells good. Then I'm gonna throw in the chicken. Then I'm going to add in some chicken broth, about a cup. So after adding the chicken broth, I'm just going to kind of let that marinate, and then I'm going to add in the achote mix that I have here, and that will turn it kind of this orange, burnt orange reddish color. And then this is where you season with salt and pepper, garlic salt. Season it to your liking, however, taste it as you go and just kind of adjust. And then lastly, you're going to add the cream of rice, and that's where everything's going to kind of thicken. Alright, so I'm gonna add the cream of rice, and then I'm just gonna stir. And then you just want to lower the heat. And you're basically done with the filling at this point. Just kind of taste it here and there and adjust to your liking. If it's too dry, add more chicken stock. Yeah, you're basically done with the filling. Alright, so now it's time to make the crust. The basis of it is basically masa. So I'm going to use some of this, going to add some chicken broth in, some cornstarch, a little bit of salt, and for color is the achote powder again. So the measurements are down below, but yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. So we're going to add 2 cups of flour, the masa flour. Half a cup of some cornstarch, and then some of the achote powder for color, half a teaspoon of salt, and then I'm gonna add 3 teaspoons of vegetable oil. I'm using avocado oil, but you can use whatever oil you want, and then some chicken broth. And then you're just gonna mix this up, and that is basically the crust. So once you mix this up, it's gonna get thick, and then you're basically good to go. And then you could add more achote powder for color if you'd like, but that's all preference. So as you can see here, it's kind of getting thick already. Okay, so now that everything's prepped, we're gonna get some wax paper here. Then we have the dough, so we're gonna roll it into small little balls like this. Then you're gonna put it, smash it in between wax paper. And then if you have a tortilla press, that's what you're gonna use. So then put another wax paper on top. And then press it down with the tortilla press. And then it should look just like this. Then you're gonna put the filling in here. Then you're gonna sandwich the filling in between, and you're gonna press the ends of the empanada shell so it encloses the filling. And it should look just like this. So got one down and got more to go. And then what I like to do is just freeze it in the freezer, and then when you want to eat it, just defrost it a bit and fry it up. It's a few days later and I'm now just going to fry the empanadas that I froze. But yeah, basically just gonna fry it in some oil. The empanadas are sizzling. I'm gonna flip them in a bit. Okay, so I fried some of the empanadas. They're done, nicely fried. And I'm gonna try one out. I waited to cool it down for a bit, but this is how it looks like. Has that nice orange color to it. Let's give it a try. Well, let me break it so you guys can see how it looks. Done, the filling. Nice and crunchy. Okay, enjoy. Cheers. Peace.